and welcome to news at this hour. There were two big verdicts in Supreme Court today. First, the Shinde government survived, and then the big win for the Delhi government as well. Now, in a huge relief for Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde, the Supreme Court has referred the matter of the disqualification of MLAs to the Speaker of Maharashtra Assembly, while a larger bench will consider some questions raised in the petitions that the court was hearing. But in a boost for Uddhav Thackeray, the Supreme Court questioned the role of the governor in calling for a floor test leading to Thackeray's resignation last year, and also ruled on what constitutes a whip decision, and that will in case impact the future cases as well.
जैसे सर्वोच्च न्यायालय ने कहा कि अगर मैं रिजाइन नहीं करता, मैं इस्तीफा नहीं देता, तो शायद मैं वापस मुख्यमंत्री बन जाता। मैं मेरे लिए नहीं लड़ रहा हूँ, मेरी लड़ाई जनता के लिए है, मेरे देश के लिए, मेरे राज्य के लिए है। और भले हम इसके पहले राजनीति में विवाद तो होते रहते हैं, लेकिन एक मत तो हमारा हो गया है कि इस देश को हमें बचाना है, संविधान को बचाया है। और इसलिए आप यहाँ आए हैं, हम मिलकर पूरे, आप तो पूरे देश में घूम रहे हैं, सबके घर जा रहे हैं, हम सब मिलकर ये जो अपने देश को फिर से एक बार गुलाम बनाना चाहते हैं, उनको घर भेजेंगे।
सुप्रीम कोर्ट के निर्णय का, मैं फैसले का तहे दिल से स्वागत करता हूँ। ये लोकशाही का, मेजॉरिटी का विजय है। आम जनता के दिल में जो सरकार थी उसका विजय है। और आज के जीत ने जो बार बार घटना बाह्य गैर कानूनी सरकार बोल रहे थे, उनको मुंह तोड़ जवाब है।
सबसे अहम सवाल ये है कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने ये कहा कि जो कुछ अहम फैसले आपने लिए, फ्लोर टेस्ट कराने का जो आपका फैसला था, पॉलिटिकल पार्टी के इंटरनल मैटर्स में के बारे में जो आपने फैसले लिए, वो सही नहीं था, कानून के मुताबिक नहीं था। आप कैसे देखते हैं सुप्रीम कोर्ट के जज?
देखिए, सर्वोच्च न्यायालय या कोई भी न्यायालय का जो भी वो कहते हैं उसका हम बहुत सम्मान करते हैं। और ये मीडिया के लोगों का काम है, ये हमारे एनालिसिस्ट का काम है, ये वकीलों का काम है कि वो उस पर चर्चा करें, विवेचना करें। मुझे लगता है कि चूँकि मैंने राज्यपाल पद से त्यागपत्र दे दिया है, और मुझे नहीं लगता है कि उन्होंने पूर्व राज्यपाल को कोई सज़ा सुनाई है। सज़ा सुनाई होती तो अपील करता, तो इसलिए उनको कमेंट करने का पूरा अधिकार है, और उसका आप सबको सम्मान करना चाहिए।
The court has never said that Shiv Sena led by Mr. Uddhav Thackeray is the political party which actually represents Shiv Sena, or is it Shiv Sena led by Mr. Eknath Shinde is the actual party that represents Shiv Sena? So okay. I am yet to decide that, and the court has not opined anywhere that a particular fraction actually represents Shiv Sena. So once I decide that, I'll be able to decide whether it is the appointee of Mr. Uddhav Thackeray or the appointee of Mr. Eknath Shinde, who represents, would be appropriate to be the whip.
In a huge win for the Arvind Kejriwal-led Aam Aadmi Party in a drawn-out tussle for power with the centre, the Supreme Court said that the Delhi government must have control over services and that the Lieutenant Governor is bound by its decision. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal was fed laddus as the Aam Aadmi Party, who said that the verdict was a big loss of face for the Modi government.
Laddus for Arvind Kejriwal at the Delhi Secretariat and celebrations at the Aam Aadmi Party office in Delhi hours after a Supreme Court verdict on the powers of the Delhi Lieutenant Governor gave the Delhi government a major win. The verdict also has major implications on many other opposition-ruled states. The Supreme Court has ruled that the Delhi government must have control over services, and the Lieutenant Governor, who's appointed by the centre, is bound by the government's decision.
8 साल हो गए उन बातों को, 8 साल से संघर्ष कर रहे हैं हम लोग। तो आप सोच सकते हैं कि अगर हमारे पास पूरी पावर होती तो हम कितना ज़्यादा काम कर सकते थे। आज हम सुप्रीम कोर्ट के तहे दिल से शुक्रिया अदा करते हैं कि उन्होंने हमारे साथ न्याय किया।
In its order, Supreme Court has said that the real power of administration must rest with the elected government, and LG is bound by the decision of the elected government apart from the subjects like public order, police and land.
If a democratically elected government is not provided with the power to control the officers posted within its domain, then the principle underlying the triple chain of collective responsibility would become redundant. That is to say, if the government is not able to control and hold to account the officers posted in its service, then its responsibility towards the legislature as well as the public is diluted.
The Aam Aadmi Party has for years alleged unwarranted interference from successive lieutenant governors and claimed that sanction for this was directly from the top, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah.
जिस तरह से भारतीय जनता पार्टी की केंद्र सरकार और देश के प्रधानमंत्री माननीय नरेंद्र मोदी देश भर में चुनी हुई सरकारों को जिस तरह से असंवैधानिक तरीके से हड़पने का जो मुहिम उन्होंने चला रखी थी, उस मुहिम पर सुप्रीम कोर्ट का एक बहुत बड़ा तमाचा है
कि जो मुख्यमंत्री का अभी मैंने सुना, उनकी बातों से एक बात समझ में आती है कि जिस चीज के लिए वो छटपटा रहे थे वो उनको मिल गया। उन्होंने कहा कि बड़ी मात्रा में मैं अधिकारियों को ट्रांसफर करूंगा। इसका मतलब आप ट्रांसफर पोस्टिंग को इंडस्ट्री बनाएंगे।
Chief ministers of other opposition states are likely to use this verdict for scoring their own political points. In many of these states, from Kerala to Tamil Nadu to West Bengal to Punjab, chief ministers and governors have been sparring for months.
The Pakistan Supreme Court has called ex-PM Imran Khan's arrest illegal, ordered his immediate release. While hearing the plea against his arrest in the Al-Qadi Trust case, a three-judge bench of the top court has directed Khan to approach the Islamabad High Court, from where he was arrested by paramilitary soldiers on Tuesday. The court has also asked Khan to condemn violent protests. Coming back to some domestic politics, Orissa Chief Minister Naveens has given a jolt to opposition unity plans days after meeting Nitish Kumar. He has said no to opposition camp. He has also said we'll fight Assembly Lok Sabha polls alone. He met Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister, today. Naveens said we will not be part of any alliance. He also says that he is in Delhi to meet the Prime Minister. After PM meet, Naveens put cold water on opposition unity, the plans of opposition unity. He says that he met the PM regarding plans for an airport in Puri.
On the issue of, you met Mr. Nitish Kumar yesterday, there has been, some talk about things. You have always held that the BJD will remain equidistant from both the BJP as well as the Congress. Is there any possibility of a third front? I wanted to check with you.
No, not as far as I'm concerned. Not now.
And what will be the position of the Biju Janata Dal then in the coming elections? You will go it alone in the Assembly and Lok Sabha elections?
That has always been our principle.
Now, Tamil Nadu's finance minister moved to the IT department. Stalin has done a big cabinet reshuffle. Has PTR been punished for audio against Stalin family is the big question. But there's been a big promotion for TR Balu's son.
DMK's three-time MLA TRB Raja is the new minister in Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin's cabinet. But what's making bigger news is the change in portfolio of high-profile Minister Palanivel Thiagarajan, popular as PTR, from finance to information technology. This comes weeks after State BJP Chief Annamalai alleged that PTR had made corruption allegations against the Chief Minister's family in 2 audio clips that NDTV can't independently verify. PTR had denied that and claimed the audio clips were fabricated. Industries Minister Thangam Tennarasu, who has been seen as a high performer who brought in big investments to the state, would now hold the finance portfolio. IT Minister Mano Thanguraj will replace the Dairy Minister Nazar, who has been dropped.
நிர்வாக காரணங்களுக்காக மாண்புமிகு அமைச்சருடைய இலாக்காக்கள் மாறினாலும் தமிழ்நாடு அரசு தொழில்துறையினருக்கு அளித்து வரக்கூடிய ஆதரவும் தொழில்துறை வளர்ச்சிக்கு தமிழ்நாடு அரசு மேற்கொண்டு வரும் நடவடிக்கைகளும் என்றும் தொடரும் என்று இந்த தருணத்தில் நான் கூற விரும்புகிறேன்.
The induction of TRB Raja, son of veteran DMK leader TR Balu, has also triggered criticism of family politics in the DMK. 6 scions of DMK leaders are in the cabinet, including Udayanidhi and PTR.
He had gained the support of the people of Manargudi, which means he had worked for them. As a politician, he had worked for them. That is why he is winning. Who works for the people should be elevated and should be given proper responsibility.
The cabinet reshuffle has happened even as the government under MK Stalin completed 2 years in office that have been largely embarrassment-free for the ruling DMK, except developments over the last few weeks when the BJP has mounted a campaign against the ruling party alleging corruption. In Chennai with Edwin, Sam Daniel, Find the TV.
Now, the Assam government has decided to set up an expert committee to examine whether the state legislature can prohibit polygamy. They have formed a 4-member panel, in fact, to look into ways to end polygamy in the state. A new U.S. ambassador has spoken exclusively to NDTV. Here's our interview with him. My colleague Maha Siddiqui speaks to the ambassador.
It's not just a 10th or 11th priority. It's a number 1 priority for me. I think visas touch more Indians more directly than anything else that America does. And look, it's a good problem to have. More and more Indians want to come to the United States to study as tourists, for some of our investments together. And we're committed to solving this problem. Already, wait times are down 60% since the beginning of the year. In January, February, and March, we processed a record number of visas. And this last year, the largest source of student visas came from India, from any country in the world to the United States. So hold on in the next few weeks, and I think when our leaders get together, you'll see a series of announcements. But even before that, we're prepared for the student visa season right now, and I think people will continue to see shorter and shorter wait times and better results, because we want more Indians to continue to come to America.
Time now for a very tiny break on the show. More on the other side. Stay tuned.